All right, so the next activity relates to obviously the sun. If you had me for the lecture class, we watched a whole Vsauce video. I think it was my lecture class. Maybe it was this class. I don't know. About solar time. And solar time is what we used to use in order to figure out what time of the day it was. We would wait until the sun got to the highest point in the sky, and then we'd set our clocks and go, oh, it's noon. And then everybody had their own time. It was like local time, and it was all based off of the sun. So, and we would use sundials and things like that. Now, standard time is the time that we're most accustomed to. It's based on agreed upon thing based on our region, when daylight savings, which is starting this weekend, is not in use. So it prevents cities and towns from being divided by solar time rules and things like that. It, you know, keeps the peace. So for this lab, you're going to do a couple of different activities and understand how, well, first you're going to understand how the sundial worked. And basically, you know, if you have the entire planet and it's 360 degrees and there's 24 hours in a day, that means that for each hour, the Earth rotates 15 degrees. So of longitude. So that's about 1 degree every 4 minutes. So, so we're going to use that in order to try and figure out what time it is in different places based on sundial time. So then it asks you to tell it how many, you know, time zones there are on a time zone map. And if you think about it, why should there be that many time zones? Well, let's think. There's 24 hours in a day, and if I sat here and counted them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, that's 24. Why are there 24 time zones? Because there's 24 hours in a day, so to make it even across the planet. Yeah, all right, so so then it asks you to do some math questions. So it says, let's say that you are located at the noon meridian. That means that the sun is directly over your head. And your friend is located 1 degree longitude east of your location. What is the solar time at your friend's location? It then says, recall that 1 degree is worth 4 minutes of solar time. Also recall that locations to the east are later in time. And so it gives you a little number chart thing. If you scroll down a little bit more, Pitts, there's a little number chart thing. So that you can use. It's a nice little diagram that it's provided for you. I'm going to draw one instead so that, and I'm going to go back to my little thing here. But I just wanted you to see that I was just reading and that I'm not doing anything that's not available to you. It's just in a different format. So I think it's, no. Oops. Okay. All right, so if I go to this guy, hopefully, switchy switch. All right, so it says that it's noon where I am at, and my friend is located 1 degree to the east of me. So never eat shredded wheat because I'm allergic to gluten. So that means they're over here, and it's only 1 degree. And anytime I go this way, I'm gonna add time. And if I go this way, I'm gonna subtract time. I'm gonna take off minutes. Okay, so so if I'm adding time and I'm 1 degree, it's 4 minutes. So if it was noon there, it would be 12:04. Oh, look, it says it right there. So your friend's location would be 12:04. Okay, it says what time would it be if they were 1 degree to the west of us? And it says show your work. Now, if you're typing this out, I guess you could type out 12 plus 0.04 equals no, minus 0.04 equals 1156. Or if you're handwriting it, then you could just write it that way. 12 noon minus 4 minutes equals 11:54.6. Sorry. What would be the solar time of someone 8 degrees longitude east? That means they're this way, 8 degrees. 8 times 4 equals 8 to 16, 32. So the 32 minutes, sorry, not degrees, 32 minutes. And I'm plussing because I'm going this way. So it would be 12:32. So, and then the next set of questions again, it's just asking you to figure out stuff. So you might need to use something like this instead. So a little differently. So let's do one together. So this is 180 degrees east. This is 180 west. And it says that you're at 40 degrees west. So you're over here somewhere, probably not that far, but let's just say you're here. And it's noon at your time. What would the time be at 60 degrees west? So 60 degrees west is this way. So 60 west by 20 degrees. So 20 times 4 equals 80 minutes. And we're subtracting because we're going to the west. So, so let's say noon minus 80 minutes. It's an hour and 20 minutes. So that would be 10:40 a.m. The next one has you at 55 degrees east. So you have to go from 40 to 0. So that'd be 40 plus another 55. So that's going to be 95. Because they're on the other side of the prime meridian. Again, we're going this way from where we're at, so we're plussing. So then you just have to figure out 40, so 95 times 4 minutes for each one. So it's just a math thing. Your quiz is going to have questions similar to this. And so this is some good practice. It's a good way, a nice visual. These little diagrams are nice visuals for doing this. So. All right, the next one asks you, assume that you're lost at sea on a ship. It's possible to determine your longitude if you know your solar time and the time and the longitude of another location. So then it gives you this whole like sample thing, and it says, first indicate if your ship is east or west of your known location, then calculate the total difference in time between the two locations and convert the time into degrees to solve. So now it's asking you where the heck you are. So it's just a little bit of backwards thinking, but it works the same way. Remember, for every 4 minutes is equal to 1 degree. So it's just math. So as always, I would say you don't have to do all of the questions. Just do at least one for each. Like if there's like 4 A, B, C, D, you only have to do like one of the 4 A, B, C, Ds, and then one of the 5 A, B, C, Ds. So if there are multiple questions, and you're really busy, then just do one of them, just to show that you know how to do it. Just make sure you get it right. These, on the other hand, these you should do them all because people need practice. You're going to get a lot of questions like these in the quiz and possibly on your midterm, stuff like that. So you want to make sure you know how to do this, is the idea. And then there's some thinking questions and stuff like that. And then the last one says, fill in the missing words from each part of the story. So you just have to, think it out. So it says time zones are based on the position of the blank. Well, the moon. That's right, the moon. Thank you. I'm joking. That was me being sarcastic. It takes the Earth about blank hours to make one rotation, 36. This causes day and night. When one side of the Earth is turned towards the sun, it's day. On the other side of the Earth, it is night. So you should be okay, is the moral of that story. All right, so let me share back to my screen. I don't know which screen I'm sharing anymore. That's a good question. Oh, I'm sharing the content from that, so I don't want to do that. I want to share this. Okay, share. All right, so